Welcome back, Truth Seeker. August 29th, 2018. Out of Florida, big news story this morning. The Republican nominee for the governor race, Ron DeSantis, in his remarks about the Democratic nominee, Andrew Gillum, said that voting for his socialist agenda would monkey this up. And notice how the media emphasizes that phrase, monkey this up. This is no accident. The media loves to mock with something known as Gematria, the ancient practice of coding numbers into words. And anytime the media emphasizes a word or set of words in a headline, there is Gematria behind it that's relevant to the story. And for, 999 out of 1,000 people, they would have no idea what is coded there. That is why I've been educating about this knowledge since 2013 and wrote a book about this so people can be informed and see through what's really being done to us. So monkey this up in Gematria sums to 59, like Negro, like slave, like blues. And this number 59 is relevant to black history in a lot of ways. Motown Records, the black music label, was established in the year 59. They just announced the sickness of Aretha days before her death in Motown, August 13th, 2018, a date with 59 numerology. In history, the Civil War ended on May 9th, a war that had a lot to do with slavery. Slave 59, the war over on 5/9, May 9th. In more recent history, they said HIV was traced to the Belgian Congo in 1959. And not only that, but Belgian Congo sums to 59 in the base ciphers. Now I want you to see that in the base ciphers, Belgian Congo and monkey this up both sum to 59 and 58. These are numbers of Freemasonry. And it is Freemasonry that controls media, government, and uses this code of letters and numbers known as Gematria. I just put out a video on why the announcement of Andrew Gillum making history in Florida and becoming the nominee happened the day it did, August 28th. If you missed that video, please subscribe. It's the last video I made before this one. Put it out this morning, August 29th, just before this news headline broke. So here the media's emphasized it again, monkey this up. They want that phrase out there. It's all coded propaganda. Now notice, the election between these two men is going to be November 6th, 2018, 69 days from today. And what's interesting about that is the candidate who made the remark, Ron DeSantis, equals 69. That's also the number on the top of the Masonic arch. So we'll see what happens. At this day and age, you would think that this is going to be a haunting remark that sabotages Ron DeSantis in the election and makes Gillum the clear winner. And I suspect that Gillum will be the winner. But, we're living in a crazy time. Remember when Donald Trump, the recording came out of him saying he can just do whatever he wants to women, he can grope them, he can make out with them, he can just do whatever he wants. That came out right before the election, and, seemingly it had no impact. But again, that's because all of our elections are predetermined. There is no democracy in this nation. It is a Masonic dictatorship. These people are born and bred to be. That goes for Andrew Gillum as well as Ron DeSantis. That's who makes up our government. Agents, born and bred to be. They participate in these rituals because these rituals have an impact on we the people. This story is going to divide people. This story is going to create more hatred and animosity. And should this man beat Gillum in November, this is going to be an ongoing narrative. Remember those racist remarks, monkey this up? And lo and behold, he's the governor. My instinct tells me he's not going to win even before this. The whole Andrew Gillum nomination on the day it happens, a major Masonic ritual in itself. I suspect this narrative will feed into his win, but can't be too sure at this day and age. They're playing us for fools. They're trying to piss us off. That's why we got Donald Trump as president. If you have not read my book, Letters and Numbers, if you have not read this book, chapter 18 is on the contrived race war. And in the beginning of that chapter, I teach about how the numbers 59 and 42 are coded all over Black history. And just to expand on that lesson, I want you to see something about HIV being discovered in 59. In the base ciphers, HIV has this gematria of 42. And 42 is another number stamped all over Black history. A lot of people know that Jackie wore the number 42. Black History Month, February, is the only month in the reduction cipher that sums to 42. February ends on the 59th day of the year. 59 and 42, they come together through one hateful word. I'm going to zoom this in here so you can see this clearly. The N-word, whoops, didn't mean to go back a screen. The N-word, the way it breaks down using the alphabetic order and rules of numerology, ends the 14th letter, so 1 plus 4 becomes 5. I is the 9th letter, so NI is 5-9. G is the 7th letter, so 2 G's is 7-7. E is the 5th letter. R is the 18th. In numerology, 1 plus 8 is 9. So you have 5-9, 5-9 in this word 2 times. And earlier we talked about how slave equals 59 when you use the alphabetic order. Slavery in the base ciphers is also 42. And with the alphabetic order, slavery is 102. The Civil War began on the 102nd day of the year, April 12th. Every U.S. war has been by the numbers, from the start date to the end date. All of them, no exceptions. It proves that none of these wars were necessary. They're all part of the same agenda. Divide and control, instill hatred, create these lasting legacies that forever tear us apart. That's what the Civil War was about. It's also a form of population control. The number 5 sums to 42 with the alphabetic order. So does the number 9. The only digits 1 through 9 that sum to 42 with the alphabetic order are 5 and 9. And 5, 9, 59, how 59 and 42 come together. In many different ways, too. If you want to know more about this, be sure to read my book. Chapter 18, The Race War. I go through a long list of how 42 and 59 are coded all over Black history. There's so much more to it. That chapter covers the assassinations of major Black leaders, including Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, 2 men who were both killed at age 39, how old Andrew Gillum is right now. So we'll leave it there. Please pick up this book if you haven't picked it up already. If you noticed on the screen, it's priced at just $5, even though it's 773 pages and took me 5 years to write. The reason it's priced at $5 is because I want everyone to be able to afford it. And I know everyone in America can afford $5, I got a guy who calls me every day and still hasn't picked up the book and tells me he's broke. But then when he was calling me the other day, he was in the fast food line. He's like, hold on a second. Hold on, I'm getting my order. And I heard the woman say back to him how much his order is. $14. He got a whole bunch of chicken and a big strawberry soda. And he's telling me he doesn't have money for the book, but he's got $14 for one meal. That's what I mean, America. We got to prioritize what we're doing with our money. $14 on a meal that'll kill you, that's not a good way to spend your money. So, $5 on a book that'll change your life, that is a good way. And for the guy out there, if you're watching this video, I'm not mad at you. I know you spread my work everywhere, but come on, man. You got to be better with your finances than that. $14 for one meal. If you go out to a nice restaurant and you're taking a woman on a date, that makes sense. But to pick up a bucket of chicken and a soda, that doesn't. Not for yourself. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Until next time, Truth Seeker.